Yo, what is good, everybody? What's up? What's up? Welcome back. And I just want to get into this video showing you the store that's generated $5,000. No, it's $4,000 within the past 5 days. Okay, so apologies for not being that active. I was actually in New York. I was kicking it with family, but I'm back. Everything is good. Just needed some time to myself. What I do want to cover is the store that I have been working on throughout this little New York trip, and it's been able to generate $4,000 within the past 5 days, and it's still up and running. We're gonna get into the behind the scenes. I'm gonna show you the profitability. I'm gonna show you the way I scaled, and there's a lot of little insights that you can take away from this. And I know a lot of y'all been really asking, how fast can I see results? How much do I have to spend, and before I start making profit and seeing profitability? Well, this is gonna answer most of y'all questions, so let's get right into it. So this is the store right here, and as you can see, yes, it is a live store. It's not one of those fake phony guru draft things. And this is in the past week. So this is what I wanted to show you, is that on the past 5 days I've been doing a steady 500, okay, 600 right here, and then we decided to scale. That's why you see this little bump here. This is called a push day, and this is very important. We're gonna get to this, but I want to show y'all the breakdown of what happened around this time and what was our thought process behind scaling. Okay, so let me show y'all that these first 3 days right here was pretty much just testing. Okay, and if we go into my dashboard of profitability, this is on the 11th right now. So as you can see, that's the 11th. Today is the 13th. So this is 2 days ago. This would be this day right here, June 11th. And let me show you, out of that 687 we made, which matches up right here, is we generated $193 in profit at a 28% profit margin. On average, we spent $11 per order, and we spent $228 on ads, right? So I saw this right here and I said, okay, we're getting these are pretty consistent for the first 3 days. And then I said, all right, we're getting good margins for 3 days straight. Let's scale these campaigns. So we decided to have a push day. And what a push day is this day right here. That's where you see this bar go up a little bit. And this, all that means is that we're spending more on ads and we're increasing our reach. We're trying to get more numbers into our store. These first 3 days we're just learning, okay, what's my conversion rate? Meaning for every 100 people that come into the store, I know that I'm getting 3 people to buy on average within these past 3 days. And that was enough to leave us with profitability and some ad sets that were running pretty well. Then we decided to take those ad sets, which were ad sets of $10 budgets, and we duplicated them. So I duplicated them into 6 different campaigns. Under each campaign there were 6 different ad sets. I don't like doing too many ad sets under one campaign because I feel like they will start to compete against each other with the audiences. So that's just one of my little myths that I abide by, but you can ignore that. Whatever works for your ads manager is really what it's going to come down to for you. Okay, so for me, I knew that $10 to $15 budget ad sets were doing really well. That was getting a good ROI, so I decided to duplicate the same thing horizontally. So instead of increasing from $10 to $20 on an ad set that was doing really well and getting us great results, instead of doing that, we just duplicated them. We just said, all right, this is doing well at $10, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? So we just duplicated the same thing multiple times. And what that's doing is you're increasing your reach, okay? You're giving your ads a fair chance to optimize at a low budget, but you're also increasing the amount of people that's seeing it. So remember I said for every 100 people that comes into the store, we're getting 3 people to buy. So now what if we get 1,000 people into the store? Okay, you're gonna get 30 people to buy, which is the results that you're seeing here. On this day, on this push day, we actually spent more on ads because most of the ads aren't gonna do well. All right, so that's the big aha moment that you should have here is that on these push days, when you're scaling your store, don't aim to be profitable. Okay, you can aim to just break even. What you're doing is actually you're investing in your business so that you move it up a notch and your margins are now bigger. Okay, so your formula, now you're just injecting more into that margin, but don't expect profit on this first day. The reason why most drop shippers at a beginning stage would they won't scale is because they have the mentality that, okay, if I'm breaking even here, or I'm not profitable on this day alone, then why should I keep spending that amount? Well, after you cut the fat on your ads and you cut out the ads that aren't doing too well, once you do that, you're gonna have a lot more profitable ad sets, and only those profitable ad sets running. And in fact, that's exactly what we did. So let me show you the profitability and what happened to this store after we decided to let the ads optimize and let it run. So this is so let's go to the push day, which was the 12th. And what you'll notice here is that on the push day, the net profit dropped down to 80, right? Wow, that's really scary. We went from $172 net profit to 80 net profit. I consider this break even, after you include your customer service costs and all that. But what I'm trying to show you is that we went from $200 in ad spend to $616 in ad spend, and I'm okay with that because we got $1,000 in revenue back and we broke even. But after you cut the fat, and the reason why we're not profitable is because the ad spend went up, right? It went from $11 per purchase to $16 per purchase. But after you cut the ads that aren't bringing you any sales, then of course all you're gonna have is profitable ads running. And what happens on the day like today, which is the day after the push day, once you give your ads time to optimize, you're gonna see that everything's gonna go back to normal, except the numbers are gonna be bigger. So 28% profit margin now. Our ad spend per order actually went down. So it was at 11 before the push day, and now it's at 10 because we gave them time to optimize. Another very important thing for all the newbies and everybody getting into dropshipping: let your ads optimize. I know you're excited to see what the data looks like, and you probably saved up a lot of money so that you can invest in this business, and now you're just really attached to that amount of money. Look, you have to let your ads optimize. Let Facebook do its thing. You have to trust that Facebook is not going to be perfect, okay? But you can, overall, it will still have that uptrend, okay? Everything comes in a wave. If you look at the stock market, it has good days, it has bad days. But on those bad days, do you think that everybody just quits, trading stock? No. They look at the overall trend over a period of time. And as long as that is up, as long as that is growing, that means you're growing. That means you have more profitability and you're growing a profitable business, okay? This dashboard is actually ordermetrics.io. For those of you who don't know, I suggest you go ahead, and I'll maybe include a link to that in the description, maybe affiliate link or not, I don't know. Today, we're only at 6 p.m. right now. It's only 6 p.m. today. And we're at $300 profit, which is more profit than I made in the past couple of days because we scaled. We had a nice push day. We broke even. We're okay with that. And then after we cut the fat, we realized that we have the best performing ad sets bringing in the majority of our money. So that is how you scale properly, okay? Doing $0 a day to doing a consistent 500 and scaling that past. So by the end of the day, I can expect, I hate doing predictions, but I can expect, 12 to 1400. And then at the end of tomorrow night, we're going to do another push day, and then we're going to grow this up a little bit. That's the mindset. And you're probably wondering to yourself, well, how do we know which ad sets to cut off and when to cut them off? Well, I'm going to cover that in the next video. If you make sure you subscribe, comment, hit a like on this video if you got some value. Most people won't show you that, okay? They're not going to show you the bad days. They just glorify this dropshipping thing and make it seem like you're supposed to be profiting every day. No business works like that. Every business has to make investments, and it's up to the business owner, you, to make those decisions, to say, all right, we're going to push and we're going to scale hard today. We're not going to expect to break to profit. We just want to break even and see what our numbers look like and if we should go forward and keep scaling. So break even is not a bad thing, okay? There's profitability, then there's break even, then there's losing money. If you're here all the time, you're doing something wrong. Change your product, move on. But also develop the mindset of being very strict with your money, okay? This is your hard-earned money, and you know, you don't want to see it being wasted down Facebook ads for no reason if you're not seeing a profit. So make sure that if you're not profitable after 2 days, and only after you give your ads a fair chance to optimize, then and only then will you cut those ads and move on to the next product. As far as everything else, I'm going to keep y'all updated on actually, the rules and metrics that you should look at to know whether you should cut an ad set, if it's profitable or not. We're going to get into all that into the next video. All right. So if you got some value out of this, again, hit the like, subscribe. And if you want more one-on-one coaching from me and you want to see all my secret strategies, I'm going to leave a link into my premium bootcamp course. I'll leave a link of that in the description. And if you see it there right now, that means it's open. If you don't see it, that means I closed enrollment, because I like to focus on my students. Okay, so just think about that. Okay, think about the way that profitability and cash flow actually moves with your e-commerce store. On just a day-to-day level, what I did today? I woke up, went to the gym, I made some breakfast, took a shower, went to CVS, get some hair like shampoo and conditioner, and I checked my store. And now for the rest of the day, I'm pretty much just gonna respond back to you guys' messages on social media, and invite a friend over. We're gonna watch the NBA finals tonight, because that's going on, and I made $300. I'm gonna make more by the end of tonight. So think about what that would do for you. That's enough to quit your job, you know what I'm saying? And is it worth learning this so that you can live this life? Like, you can buy the house you want, you can buy. Understanding profitability and cash flow is going to allow you to do that. Not just clicking numbers and being worried about every single dollar that you spend on Facebook ads. You have to be very strategic. You are the owner of your business, all right? It's not just a little side gig that's generating you money, okay? You have to apply the basics of just business to every single aspect of this as well. So that's all for this video. Just wanted to hit you out real quick. If you like the video, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like, comment, share. Let me know what y'all think, all right? Make sure you check out some of my other videos that's going to help you get your first sale with your dropshipping store, all right? That's all I have for today. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.